Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Broku. Today is another review of the Black Clover chapter manga, chapter 272, called Dark Prison Hunting Ground. And the chapters have come early this week. Yes, this is a Friday, and yet this is the official chapter that's already been released. So this is going to be going my review, summary, analysis over. With that being said, guys, I'm just going to get into that. And I want to remind you that I am an online personal trainer, so if you want to hire me, get yourself in shape by the spring or the summer, then hit me up with my link below in the description. I will get you in shape, even through shutdowns of gyms, as I can train people or give people training programs that don't require going to the gym, even though going to the gym would be the overall best option. But that being said, let's get into this review, summary, and analysis. Starting off with the color spread that was featured in this chapter. I really enjoyed this one. Asta and Lee looking at each other with Lisita looking at the reader in the middle. I thought it was a really cool color spread. I like that they now have the devil's marks on their shoulder, or their wrists, I mean. You have the Asta having one in black, and then Lee having one in white. Now, Yuno fans rejoice. He is featured in this chapter after being gone, not for too long, I guess, because he was at the captain's meeting, but he's finally back, and he's doing some training off on his own. And if you look at it, going against, it looks like the wall of a canyon, he is just cutting in holes into it with his wind magic. But he notices that somebody is looking and watching him, and that person happens to be former Vice Captain Langris. Now, Langris was like, that's uncalled for to call me former, and while he calls Yuno nasty, Yuno says, not as nasty as you, and then he questions where the wind spirit sylph is, and Yuno says that Bell is holed up in his grimoire right now, and he's saying, I've worked out a way to defeat Zenon. That said, I can't confirm how effective it will actually be. So it seems like she is still storing up more and more mana, and that is how Yuno is going to fight Zenon and get his own power boost. Now, it's also probably going to be in tandem with him training with Langris here, but anyways, Langris says, I thought you need an opponent who had spatial magic. Since I'm already here, shall I help you train? So this makes sense. Zenon had a form of spatial magic. Langris has offensive spatial magic. It makes sense that Yuno should be training against Langris. Now, one thing I want to mention about Langris's uniform here is he does look almost, it looks almost similar to Fagolion's, but instead of having Clover's, is that diamond symbols? I believe I saw Jack Oates tweet about that, so I think he had a theory that maybe Langris is currently being a spy in the Diamond Kingdom. Don't really know, but overall, interesting outfit choice for Langris. Could just be his outfit of choice now, since he's a former vice captain. This might mean that he's not a part of the Golden Dawn anymore. Yuno admits that Langris has still gotten stronger, so this is a stronger post-time skip Langris, and Yuno is seemingly going to fight him without Belle, as Belle is spending her time in Yuno's grimoire, increasing her power. So this will be a important feat for Yuno, because if he can do quite well against a stronger Langris without Belle, this is a base Yuno feat, so this will show that Yuno has gone quite far in his own power when it comes to the actual power scaling of the series. Now, it pans back to Asta and Lieb fighting Noct, and they have just gotten their asses kicked. Noct says, you lose again. This implies they keep losing. And Asta backs that up by saying, no matter how many times we try, I can't figure out how to win, which again shows that they have lost many times over and over again. And Asta even surmises that he's not even fighting for real yet, and this is a crazy true power of the Devil Union. And he asks, why can't Lieb and I do that as well? Even though when I'm in black mode and I get hurt, he does too. But then this is shown that Noct has a package of food, and it is, he says it's from a Spade Kingdom resistance member made those with magic. Now, it actually heals up his wounds and brings his strength back, and not only did I think about this immediately, but I've seen other people talking about on Twitter that this might be somebody who is related to Charmy. It's the same exact effect, as in the fact that it is food, magic, that restores magic and restores strength. So, could this be Charmy's parents or Charmy's family? One thing that makes me kind of think that is, in a lot of their Little Red Riding Hood stories, she is carrying a basket of food to her grandma. This is in a basket like that of food, and so is this showing that this is maybe Charmy's parents even more? Because remember, Tabata did a color page of Charmy being the Little Red Riding Hood and her wolf being the Big Bad Wolf. So is this going to be like a little teaser that Charmy's parents are in the Spade Kingdom, or her family at the very least. It seemed like the cotton magic would maybe be the human side of her family. Don't really know, but this might mean that we will see a dwarf in the near future, which would be really cool to see. Now Asta gets an idea, and it just revolves Lieb getting over his shoulders with them yelling combine. And yeah, it was an idiotic move, as it does absolutely nothing, and they're trying to figure out how to form this devil union and get stronger. Now we actually do get a flashback of Noct in the past, seemingly talking to his brother, as he says, doesn't being just such a goody-goody get tiring? And then he says, haha, what about you, brother? Doesn't doing your own thing get tiring as well? More on what's tiring about being free. So it looks like Noct had a brother, and Noct then says it's about time to meet up with the rest. And then Asta's like, what? It's already been 2 days? I didn't even notice. Oh crap. And then he's like, well, no choice then. If it's not going to work anyway, then die here. Then Noct activates Monozone Dark Prison Hunting Ground, and this is a really cool looking panel. It almost reminds me of Asta when he was looking up at Zagred and fighting him. It looks like almost a similar, not I guess style, but theme, or however you'd say when it comes to arc. And Asta's like, it's pitch black, and he is getting hit, knocked back, and he cannot sense the key of these guys at all. While he could sense the previous spell of Noct, he cannot sense the key of this spell, which shows its power. And Noct says, you did have potential, and yet, what a shame. And he still keeps beating the crap out of Asta. And they keep trying to figure out how they are going to use this full devil union or whatever. And then they think to, Asta thinks, if I'm going to save Captain Yami, and then Lieb thinks, if I'm going to avenge Lasita, then they say I can't die. And also, I can't let this guy die either. And a light beacons from the darkness, and from this darkness the light spreads. And then we get to see a close-up of Asta's eye, and a mark that's emblazoned in it. So, next chapter is November 29th, so we have about 9 days to wait, so it have to be after Thanksgiving. And I think we will see Asta's full devil form now, and he's going to beat the crap out of Noct, because he's been holding his own with a lesser form of the black form. Let's see, what exactly level of black form was it? It's hard to tell because of the art style. It looks like it's just a single horn black form. He was using the 2-horn black form in the last chapter, I believe, but there's the 3-horn berserk form. I think that if he goes even beyond that, and this is a full devil union, he's going to whoop Noct's ass. It's just not going to be close. But I really did enjoy this chapter a lot. We get to see Yuno in his training. We get to see Langris again. Maybe little hints at the food that Noct brings, and that might be Charmy's family or parents. And then we also get to see Asta fighting Noct. We get to see Noct using Monozone. And then at the very end, through willpower between the two, the, I guess, quote-unquote brothers, since they both share the same mother, they're going to be teaming up and using essentially a probable devil union, or the full 4-horn black form, or something of that nature, and they're gonna whoop the crap out of Noct. It's just, I don't think that it's gonna be that close, really. So yeah, I'm really excited for the next chapter to see that. Hopefully see some of the training of Yuno against Langris. I've been wanting to see Langris for a while, and I really am excited to see Yuno just using his own power. He's not gonna be using Bell, which honestly, still, Bell is his own power. It's, he earned Bell, so it's his power to take from her. Almost in a sense why, you know, Lieb is his own entity, but it's still Asta's power because he earned and deserved the 5-leaf Clover Grimoire. But anyways, it'd be still cool just to see Yuno at a base human level fighting a powerful vice captain. Remember, Langris was a powerful vice captain in the past with offensive spatial magic. Now he's much stronger. Yuno even stated this, and now Yuno will be fighting him likely without Bell. So really excited to see maybe some new spells. This means that Yuno shouldn't be able to use Zephyr unless if he has some weird way to get around not using Bell, as she is storing up her power. But overall, this chapter, or now this portion of the arc or saga, is building up as Asta and Lieb are going to be getting stronger. Yuno's going to be getting stronger. We'll probably get a point of Noel doing the same thing as well, and it'll probably just keep building up and building up until they form the squad that goes and attacks the Dark Triad and tries to prevent the Tree of Qufla from fully opening, allowing Lucifero into the world. But overall, I did really enjoy this chapter. I'd probably give it I haven't given a rating in a while, but I probably give it a 9 out of 10. It was really good. I really like reading it. The Black Clover is the first chapter I read every Sunday, usually when it comes out, and it was again this week, and I did really enjoy it. Just getting more and more excited for the potential rematches here. Yuno will hopefully use some of the stuff he learns from Langris against Zenon. Then Asta using the Devil Union against Dante. Then whatever Noelle learns, probably in the next few chapters, she uses that against Vonica. And I'm also excited to see the reveals of the other devils in the Cliff-Off tree. I think we will see them. I don't think that they're just going to defeat the Dark Triad and completely avert the dire scenario. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Asta, because he can enter or should be able to, in theory, enter the underworld, because Lee was able to leave it because he had no magic, and that means Asta should be able to enter it if he has no magic, and then leave as well. That Asta might have to find a way to get in there and fight Lucifero before he's like the final opening of the Tree of Cliff-Off and he gets free and gets into the real world. So I think that's something that might happen. But anyways, guys, I really enjoyed this chapter. Hope you guys did as well. Leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...